Hello guys, welcome to the channel. This is try out that demo for Strategos. Micropros just dropped this demo on the Steam page for all of us to enjoy, and I am very happy to bring it to the channel because we're going to analyze and we're going to see in real time what is happening here with this beautiful wargame that is now going to be released. So if you haven't seen my previous video in which I'm going to talk about this new upcoming wargame, go ahead and find it on my channel. We are going to be very happy to see what do you think about this new upcoming wargame and what is your point of view. Does this game suits your needs as a wargamer? What do you think about the new implementation of logistics? So everything that you want to add in that video or this one would be very welcome in Victor's History and Wargaming. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, this is the moment that you can do it. I have seen that there are a lot of you guys that have been watching my channel, but perhaps have forgotten to hit that subscribe button. It is very easy and it costs nothing. Welcome again, and let's go and enjoy Strategos here. The first thing I'm going to show you is the settings, as always, because I like to show my viewers what are the things that they can expect on the different wargames. We have volume, music, volume, everything it's as you can see here. So you can enable double click movement or VSync and FPS cap. The other thing is that you can change the resolution, anti-aliasing here, and use post-processing, of course, and use small units if you so wish, if you don't have a computer that will handle very good the actual situation. If you have a very powerful rig, I don't think this is going to be something that you would be hitting. Then you can change the language and you can add another post-processing effects such as dust and enable grass, which I'm going to tick, and we're not going to do the mute music. Perhaps you come from Total War and you would like to add some of the key bindings that you use in other war games over here. With that being said, we're going to start with the historical battle simulator over here, and we begin with a note on the demo. So this is try out that demo, and this is Strategos. So let's read the demo note in here. Welcome to the custom battle simulator of Strategos demo. The demo includes only 3 of the final game's over 100 factions. In this demo we have the Polybian Roman, the Carthaginian Late, and the Pyrrhic armies, which this is something that I'm going to add here. The Pyrrhic are Greeks and the Carthaginian is a mix of mercenaries and Greeks. For the purposes of this video, we're going to be playing 2 battles. One battle is going to be the Carthaginians against the Greeks, and the other battle is going to be the Carthaginians against the Romans. Let's continue here. This list will also include more optional allies in the final game. The demo also excludes elephant. Sadly, for those that love elephants in the war games, this one is not including those. The final game will have many factions, allies map, army size, and so on options. But the demo is limited to 2 maps and the default army sizes. The 3 demo factions employ distinct fighting styles with orthogonal strengths and weaknesses while also being historical opponents. They represent a small but potent taste of the tactical variety available in the final game. We have the Polybian Romans, which have Hastatis, Principes, which are deadly on impact and not much affected by terrain compared to other heavy foot, but the list lacks the quality and quantity of cavalry support enjoyed by its opponents, and it's altogether without medium foot unless it takes some Italian allies, which are the actual auxiliaries. The elite Triarii spearmen can form an excellent reserve or flank protection from enemy cavalry. In this section we can see that they added that the Principes are deadly on impact and not much affected by terrain compared to other heavy foot to reflect the manipul aspect of the Roman doctrine. Then we have the prick pikemen are difficult to beat in the open and are well supported by auxiliary hoplites, medium foot, light and cavalry, but don't have the sheer quantity of heavy foot that the Romans enjoy. In contrast, the Romans are more inclined to field infantry, and in this time period, obviously Pyrrhus would have more of these light cavalry and light foot, of course. Their Tarentine and Samnite allies can add a unique light cavalry and impact foot warriors respectively. And in respect of the Carthaginian list is diverse and flexible, which I just added at the beginning of the explanation here, which they are going to have a mix of mercenaries in their troops, mercenaries from all over the Mediterranean. So let's continue here reading the demo note. With a wide array of units including Libyan spearmen, medium-foot scutarii, Gallic warband, Numidian and Iberian light cavalry, Punic and Celtiberian heavy cavalry, Balearic slingers, and more. What they lack in any one category they make up for in versatility. Their Numidian and Iberian allies can substantially increase the Carthaginian proportion of light cavalry or impact foot warriors respectively. Have fun and remember to wishlist and provide feedback on the Steam forums. Are you going to wishlist this? Well, if you don't know yet, welcome to this video. So here we have the Polybian Romans. The first thing that we're going to be choosing here is that we're going to be playing as the Greeks. We are going to be Pyrrhus, the Kingdom of Epirus against the Carthaginian late. Here we're going to see a list of the troops that we're going to be fielding. We have hippies, which are the cavalry here, Hellenistic cavalry, armored cavalry. We have the Pezetaroi, or actually they are called the Pezetairoi. Pezetairoi are the foot companions. These are pretty much, let's say, hoplites, mercenary hoplites, which are guys that would like to fight in, and you are going to pay them. The hoplites, which are different in terms of the backbone of Greek city-states, normal hoplites, which they fight with the phalanx. But there's a big difference in between these guys because the Pezetairoi, they have their foot companions equipped with, they are incredibly difficult to break from the front, and these they have pikes, and in the other hand, this guy have spears. Greek armored cavalry, as you can see, this guy is equipped with javelins, and they are protected, and they have average in comparison with the hippies, which they are the actual armored cavalry veterans capable both in close melee combat and in throwing javelins as well, as you can see, and they have javelins. And they are veteran in comparison with these guys that are average, so these are more like the second rank cavalry for the Greeks. The Pezetaroi, which is exactly the same thing as we can see here, more Pezetaroi here, and Greek light cavalry. For this one we have a guy with a toga here that is very light archers, normal archers, and Hellenistic Greek cavalry. So these are going to be the units that we're going to be taking here. Actually, we can change the light archers to light javelin men or Theurophoroi. Theurophoroi here are ubiquitous as mercenaries. These Hellenistic infantrymen fought in looser order than hoplites or phalangists. With spear and Theurus shield, the Theurophoroi are these guys that have the rounded shield, but we're not going to add them. We're going to use the army that is by default here. In the Carthaginian side, we have the Poani cavalry veterans. These are exactly javelins as well. They use javelins, and these are going to be the same as the actual Greek armored cavalry here. Libyan spearmen, normal infantry, seasoned, well-equipped infantry spearmen accustomed to sustain melee and capable of defeating most enemies. Libyan spearmen here, which is a differentiation here with the Libyan spearmen heavy infantry veteran and the discipline here. Do we have any different here? Just the actual level here, in which this one is veteran. We have these two that are pretty much average. Phoenician foot, which is the same, but these guys are going to have, instead of spears, they are going to have hand weapons, which they are going to be semi-regular Phoenician foot fighting manners of this is going to be listed as medium infantry, wielding hoplons, swords, and javelins to break apart the enemy formation. So this is some sort of a hybrid in between a phalanx and a swordsman. Any armored cavalry, evidently heavy armored cavalry drawn from well-to-do Carthaginians. These citizen cavalry of the Carthaginians, these are pretty much Phoenician cavalry. They are average and they are armored. And then we have the Scutari. The Scutari are Iberian warriors. These are Iberian medium infantry that are going to throw javelins with a rounded shield. Then you have the Iberian light cavalry, which is the light cavalry for the Carthaginians, and the Sacred Band. The Sacred Band in this time period is the most elite and heavy infantry of the Carthaginians. They fight in the fashion of the phalanx, and they will have a lot of a good training in Phoenician society. Numidian light cavalry is another type of light horse. They have javelins and they are very, very good at harassing other armies. This is, in a nutshell, what the Numidian light cavalry are. They are famous for their unmatched speed and agility. Numidian cavalrymen are expert skirmishers, harassing enemy formations with precision and then melting away into the distance. So they are going to do hit and run tactics to do damage and wear down the enemy before they touch the actual lines. The Gallic warband, of course, reflecting the ability of the Carthaginians to recruit from all other regions in the Mediterranean. These are heavy infantry, Gallic warband, it's called in here, with javelins and hand weapons. They hurl themselves into battle with unbridled enthusiasm, seeking to overwhelm their enemies through sheer force. And we have the North African light javelin men, which is going to be the skirmisher light infantry. For example, I would say that skirmishers in the side of the Greeks here, we have the light archers, and also we have, perhaps to say, there are another one that could be the light javelin men could be said that is another way, another unit that can be used as a skirmisher, but we're just for the sake of explanation, that's the situation that we're going to be facing here. We have the desert lowlands and the rolling hills. Because we're going to fight with the hoplites, we're going to use the rolling hills, and for the battle that we're going to be using afterwards with the Romans, we're going to be doing the desert lowlands like some sort of a way that we're going to be representing this battle with the Carthaginians. So with the rolling hills, we have switch player side. Switch player side player uses second faction and deploys on other side of the map. We have here the AI type, aggressive, cautious, and random. Let's go ahead and do random because I don't want to know what the actual thing is. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do aggressive. Let's do aggressive, and then we're going to test the actual cautious one. Difficulty in terms of quantity, double threat, front color, unit selection options. Let's do default of all of these, include ally. We're not going to touch anything about these options. We're going to use close deployment. We can use both armies deploy much closer to the center of the map. Actually, I'm going to untick this one because it's going to be more interesting if we have the ability to deploy further back. And as you remember, I have seen that the maps are huge, so let's start battle. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, if I zoom out as much as I can, you can see that the size of the maps are pretty big. Actually, I cannot go further than this, and if I move here, obviously there's a moment that this thing is going to stop. There's an option in which you can move the mouse over the edge, and the thing is going. Let me show you here. If you go to settings, enable screen edge movement, and if you do that, you're going to have the same option that you have in Total War. Actually, that was the one thing that I wanted to have here. So as you can see, the map is pretty big. It's pretty neat. I think there's, oh, I thought I saw, oh, there's a line here. This is the line in which, this is the limit of the map, which is pretty Total War-esque. So we have the deployment in here, and if you remember from my video in which I talked about the videos that I have seen, this time is different. Obviously, we have here the cards that are, as I mentioned before, it's a pretty interesting copy of the Total War cards, but it is a mix of Total War and Field of Glory. And this is the thing that is now getting a lot of interest for me, because I'm going to press here, you're going to see straight straight up here the command range overlay. And over here you see command range in between the actual Hellenistic Greek cavalry, which is the actual Hellenistic commander, if I'm not mistaken, and this one over here. We have two of these guys that are the actual commanders. We have the Hippies and we have the Hellenistic Greek cavalry as the commanders. And this is something interesting because we have as well the option to see projectile range overlays, and we have here impetuous charge overlay, and of course we see here state icons. We have available couriers count. We have 15 couriers, okay? And here is where everything gets a little bit interesting. You see stop unit and you see run speed. So first of all, I'm going to select all of them and I'm going to go for normal movement. We're going to take our time, but there are couriers here, right? Let's go inside here. You're going to see this very interesting. This thing looks very nice. So if you zoom in, you're going to see these guys like this. And here we have the hoplites. Over here we have the archers. The looks of these, they look very nice because they are very cartoonish and they have these huge hands. You know what? This thing reminds me of actually the Warcraft characters, to be honest. It's pretty nice because you have this feeling that these are small figurines. And as I mentioned before, I am not an advocate of saying, hey, these games are not to be cartoonish. But there are people that do not agree with this situation. But I myself think that these guys look awesome. These guys look pretty awesome. So just for the looks, just for the looks, if you are going to ask me, I can say that this game already looks very beautiful, and I can say that just for that, I would be wishlisting this game straight away. So I don't know you, but I am already wishlisting these Strategos. Look how beautiful they look. They look as if you have these miniatures. The, they really look like small toys. You see, the horses. I like the design of the horses, even though they look as if they were inspired by Total War designs. Talking about the designs, it's pretty easy to say, hey, this thing looks pretty similar to Total War. Evidently it looks pretty similar because Total War is based on a historical war game. Look at the feet. How beautiful is this? These guys look so nice. Some of them have beard, some of them have helmet, some of them don't have the protection of the helmet, and wow, these guys look pretty awesome. Look, these are the archers. Eventually they have, some of them have their hat, and there's even the commander here. You can see the feet are pretty are pretty beautiful. Look at the horses. I love the horses. I love how the horses look. And this effect that they have blurred these unit that is in front of the camera and the other one is not blurred, that effect gives this thing so much beauty. So up to this point, I can tell you the game looks amazing. Let's see if we can see the other. Oh no, the other troops are pretty much we cannot see them. So let's begin with selecting the actual archers. And okay, this is the way you take a look at this. Let's hear that. Just by the fact that this feels like you are moving a string, it's amazing. So I'm going to place them here. Over here we have the light skirmishers. I think these are the so-called, let me go here to the UI. These are the Greek light cavalry. I'm going to pull them here. Let's have a look at them because we didn't have the chance to see them. Um, they look awesome. They look beautiful. They look very, very nice. Yeah, we have other guys here. Here we have the Greek armored cavalry and more light cavalry. Now, this guy here is, it says here leadership. It talks about leadership and command. This one has better command. I think it's reflected within this chevrons over here. I think this is the actual general. The general should be over here. It's over here, this one here. Eventually, this is another general over here. Let's have a look at this guy here. There you go. This is the general. He looks very nice. Wow, this game looks amazing. So I'm going to move because of the because of the actual thing here, the range overlay of the command. I'm going to move this guy here, and I'm going to overlap actually over here. I'm going to move this closer because actually I want to have contact with this command. There's a lot of emphasis actually in the influences that the presence of the general had in this time. Just as Total War, but it makes a little bit more sense in here. Okay, here is the heavy cavalry, and I'm going to press to put this one here. So I don't want. I'm just going to pull these guys back in here because they are still on range here. Now let me see here. We have fallback mode. We have pushback mode. We have recoil mode, and we have guard mode. Okay, we can, because we don't know if those guys, because they are aggressive. So because we know that they are going to come against us, do we have another hill here? No, we don't have. But we have this small hill here. So because we know that they're going to come against us, so I think it's going to be much better for me. Let me see if I go double click here. Look at the sound. Ooh, the sound sounds good. Let's see. So if I do this, it moves like this. There you go. The sound is handsome. So I'm going to select all of these, and if I do this, I can select them pretty much as Total War. If I do Control A, it's not doing anything. If I do G, I would like to group them, but I'm not. I'm unable to do that. Okay, I'm going to go and say to them, no line shift mode. Let's see, guard mode. I cannot do that. Pushback mode. That's the only thing that we can do. Okay. And yeah, so let's start the battle. This is going to be my deployment. So we have the manual here. Actually, if you see the manual, this is Field of Glory like a Total War. That's what this is. So basically here you have a small manual which is going to have all of the things that you can see here and is going to show you the pursuit, the routing. It has the exact same things that you will find in Field of Glory because it also talks about the impact, the POA, which we already know about this thing from the other from Field of Glory. So here we have cohesion, POA, which is a point of advantage. We have concepts such as the fact that they are going to be broken, you have line of sight, and stuff like that. The concepts of field of glory are present in here, and you have the same amount here of the actual percentage of units that are going to be um, dying in both armies, just as Field of Glory. So if you haven't seen my videos on Field of Glory, I'm going to really recommend you to go ahead and check those videos out, because you're going to understand much more about this game here. And we have the combat log, which is pretty neat. Okay, so let's start. Okay, now I think this game, these guys have created this game and they have in mind that you will think slowly and you're going to plan ahead all of your strategies in here, right? Let's go ahead and do this, because I pretty much know what are the names of these guys, and by just seeing them I know who are them. So now I just unpause the game. We have playback speed very slow, and now that I have unpaused, the first thing that comes into my mind is combat mission, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the commander here, the one that has the star here, they have a connection with the troops that you see. Let me move this guy here and let's see how this reflects, you know. So the thing here is that basically what they are trying to do here is to make a more logical command and control, because there's no such thing in Total War, because this guy is now closer to this guy. Now they have more command and control of the situation, and now if I move, let me move these guys forward. Let's see, pushback mode. I think we can move. I don't know how we can move these guys all together. I don't think is going to work the same things like the Total War. So I'm going to move these guys here. Look at this. I'm going to move them here, and I'm going to move this one here. Okay, let's see how this is going to affect the situation. We are still in contact with them. This, as far as I can understand, this means that they can hear the orders of the general, right? So they are in contact with the general. If I am to give an order, for example, to the actual guys over here, I think we will have to send the couriers. I think this is the symbol of the courier over there. Let me see. If I send an order to this guy to move forward, it says auto fire move. Okay, they are moving. They didn't need the actual courier to tell them what to do. Let's see what is going to happen if I move these guys here. Are the couriers going to do something? Because I don't see, they have decided to move in this side. They have Greek light cavalry in both flanks and they are advancing here, but they are like thinking about it, you know. Let's have a look at these troops. Okay, this is the Numidian light cavalry. These are the Greek with the Iberian sword over here. We see here more hoplites, Greek, and we see the javelin men. Let's see if we see the goals over here. Pretty beautiful goals here. These are the Iberians. Look at them. Handsome Iberians. Okay. Where are the Libyans? They have Libyan. I'm pretty sure they have a Libyan unit here, but I don't see it. Oh, there you go. So I sent the order that is outside of their range, and they're sending the courier, okay? But there's a catch here. You have available couriers count. You only have 14 couriers. I think we started with 15 couriers. So the courier is going to tell them, dude, the commander tells that you will have to uh, redeploy and to move and to pull back. And then he's returning. So now it makes sense. And that's the reason this game has a very, very nice focus on how in this time, the communications were happening. The communications were happening in the battlefield. Because here you see the 3 couriers. He spent, I don't know how many couriers they have, but he spent 3 couriers to tell these 3 Greek light cavalry sections to redeploy, to move, to do their move, and he's still sending couriers to send orders. So this is something very interesting and will create a lot of strategical situations here. Basically, I am not going to commit this guy here because even though they are severely hindered by hover terrain. Look at this. I'm going to send them back, and to do that we need to send again another courier. A note here, I just placed the playback speed in slow motion because I wanted to see, and I want you to see as well in real time. Let me pause because I want to talk about the situation, what is happening here. So what is happening here is that I just wanted to see how this works, and it's pretty handsome. I'm loving it, and I'm telling you guys, this is a channel of war games, and this war game is doing things right. And one thing that is doing right is the communications. So you see, in this time there's no radio, so it's obvious that you would have to send some guy telling the other, hey, move, do this, do that. So you're going to send the guy, and the guy would run into the field and tell the orders. Of course, you would have the Carnics, for example, the Gauls, the Celts will have the Carnics, that is these the sounds of the horn that will indicate some change of orders in the battlefield. But most of the part, that is something that is not depicted in a total war game, in which how the hell a unit 300 meters away knows what to do if there's no radius, But in here it's different. So so right now we see a charge and it says goaded. Actually, if you go here to the manual and you try to see what's the thing of this, the goaded thing. What's the goaded thing? Perhaps we're going to find here. Shooting, there you go. Cohesion. Goaded. I don't remember that mechanic from Field of Glory. I think goaded is completely different, but let me see. This is a unit within command range will react almost immediately to commands, but if outside command range and given an order, then an envelope horse icon which is the one that we have seen, will display under banner indicating that the courier is en route. There you go. The hindered symbol indicates that a unit is hindered in rough if doesn't like rough, near elephants if mounted or overlapping other friendly units, or mounted if non-light or mounted. Look at this. This is interesting, or overlapping other friendly units. The hindered symbol is a darker red if mounted or pikes in severe terrain, trees, or I think mountains. The mountain symbol indicates in terrain regardless of if hindered by it. Black chevrons beside their banner indicates a unit's veterancy. That's something that we already know. So line of sight, what about line of sight here? You must have line of sight to enemy units to see them. Hills, trees, and sheer distance can block your line of sight. And line of sight to enemies in concealment in forests is greatly decreased. A concealed unit has a yellow crossed out eye on its banner, something like this. Okay, so these guys are goaded, and it brings you numbers for the units that have been hit or killed. For example, we killed 2 units here, and it says 2 over here, which is pretty much the same thing as we have seen in Field of Glory. So this is Field of Glory, a glorified version of Field of Glory. Okay, these are skirmishers. They are not going to charge against me, so I'm going to simply reposition them. I don't need to send anything here because they are on the range of the general. So let's assume, and this is pretty much well depicted here, the range is pretty much the space in which the distance in which the general will be able to shoot out the orders, and these guys will be able to hear it. So we're sending this guy here. Now, actually, I can see that there's no such thing as, oh, for example, this one, the hoplites cannot do the guard mode, but this one can do the guard mode and can do the fallback mode. Some troops can do things and some others don't. Basically, the Pesetaroi can do it, but mercenary hoplites. Just this one, the hoplites cannot do other things. Let's see what about guard mode here, and we're going to do the pushback mode in regard of these troops, for example. These are the mercenary hoplites. They're going to do the pushback. So let's see what happens. Okay, they are going to turn. Actually, I'm going to turn these guys as well. Oh, they need a courier to be sent from the general, as you can see, and I'm going to spend 1 more courier just to tell these guys to turn. Okay, so let's I think they are going to charge here, so let's move here. Let's do the push back. No, we're simply going to move forward. What about the push and stuff? Okay, they are going to pull back because they are not willing to attack the hoplites. Oh, something happened here. They advanced in here, and we have, what happened here? Shooting. Okay, they were not able to push back in time, so these guys managed to cut them in here. So one thing I can do is bring the Greek. Oh, let's pause here. One thing I can do is to bring my Greek armored, or perhaps the Greek, what are those? The Greek light cavalry. And I'm pretty near, so the order is, let's see, is this general able to see over there? I think in that hill he's very, very well aware that there's something happening in that hill. So he's going to send the Greek light cavalry over here to help with these guys, and I'm not going to put him away from this other general, and I'm going to bring these guys here as well. Good thing is that these guys are going to tell them without using any any of those. Actually, I want to run. So run speed, that's going to be the difference. And this guy as well, run speed. Apparently, this guy's decided to charge foolishly against my hoplites. And in here, I'm not going to do pushback, but no line shift mode. So he's going to stay there. And then further, I'm going to bring these guys here. And hopefully these guys are just going to shoot at this guy. What's happening with this guy? Okay, let's continue here. What is this? Unit blocking line of sight. Which unit is blocking the line of sight? It's pretty interesting, this thing. Okay, so this guy are running to the other side. These guys are running, very, very ready to attack this. Out of terrain. Okay, we push back. We don't want to send another order to these guys because I don't want to. Oh, we have more available couriers. We have more couriers available for some reason. Oh yeah, there you go. So, are we going to commit right now? I'm going to pause here. So this is the thing. Am I going to move my main line? Because we see that these guys are approaching, right? Am I going to move my main line and to shift my main line to present myself against the skirmishers? Now you can see that in this time, this is the exact way you use the skirmishers. The skirmishers were harassing units. They will harass your troops and you will have your main static line, and because of that you will be using troops such as this one. I can send him against these guys and pretty much attack them. And recoil mode, I don't know exactly what is recoil mode. Let's see if I can find what is recoil mode here, just because that thing, I haven't seen that in Field of Glory. Recoil mode, there you go. There you go. For example, it says, there are buttons to toggle projectiles, anarchy, okay, and command ranges, and to toggle double time march for selected units. To stop units, to select line shift mode, and to speed up or slow down time. You cannot speed up time after first contact. Okay, line shift mode determines if a unit, when able, will push back enemy units in combat, fall back themselves, hold their position, or recoil altogether. Only disciplined units can elect to fall back, and only cavalry can recoil. So let's see, recoil. Recoil is this concept of skirmishing mode in Total War. So I think I'm going to charge against this one pretty much, because this one is pretty close. I think these guys can deal with him. So the order is to attack here. And then I'm going to charge against this. Too far away, it says. Pretty interesting. Ineligible charge because it's too far away. So we will need to approach, and we will break command and control with these two units. So I'm going to try to have maximum control in here. So let's play it faster, normal velocity here. Okay, these guys are still stuck in there, and this is the chaos, you know, the chaos of battle. They are running away. Pretty interesting. We're going to move here. This is the big chaos of battle, you know. Let's charge in here. Too far away still. Too far away still. The commander, what is he doing? Pull back. We need the courier. Look at this. We need the courier to pull this guy back. Okay, the situation is getting very, very interesting. Let's go ahead and do this. These guys are now disordered. For some reason, they start to attack with anything of an order for me. A courier is going to be sent to this guy because I want to flank this. And what is happening here? This is my Greek cavalry. I'm going to charge against this one, do this, and then we're going to bring these skirmishers here. He is charging against my hoplites in here, so I'm going to do this. Perhaps I can send these guys here. They need the courier to be sent and attack, so basically what I'm going to do is to attack here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a charge, cavalry charge in the flank. So now it's disrupted, fragmented. There we go, routed. So now we return with these guys here. Let's bring these guys to the front. Ooh, these guys are now, ooh, interesting. Okay, they stopped there. We're going to exchange a little bit of a skirmish situation. What happened with these guys? Ooh, this is the commander that went straight to those guys. Something happened there. We have disrupted Greek cavalry here that is throwing javelins to those guys. We're going to concentrate fire on them. And actually, you can see how sending more and more couriers telling these guys to move, to do the order actually, sorry, and that's what is happening. Of course, right now, these guys, what is happening here? For some reason, something happened here. The orders were not in time there. These are now dispersed. I think that's because these guys are... Ooh, these are the Phoenician cavalry. This is the actual general is routing my troops over there. Okay, let's continue the skirmishing. In this time period, the skirmishing was very important. Let's continue here. This guy's routing for some reason. Okay, I'm going to bring these guys back. These guys do not need any courier to do their thing, and they've been these guys are shooting him, but I will just bring these guys here. Now I will need couriers to move these guys, or perhaps I think they're going to move alone. I don't know. Do we have a courier coming here? There we go. This one's routed again. So I'm going to bring these horses here. More couriers going there. And now we're going to bring these guys here. Another courier goes out from the general. This guy is not in control of the general, and the lines of the enemy are very close. So we're going to bring these guys back. I think they are in the range of the general. It's pretty good. Do we have control over these guys? No, these guys are just simply running away. We're going to... we were intercepted by actual Iberians. Our general was intercepted by Iberians. This is not good. We need to move our general away from here. And our general refuses to move. Refuses. Good thing is that this general is telling these guys what to do now. Wow, this is doing a lot of very, very nice things. So I'm going to go here and put these guys in defense. These guys can be in defense, which is going to be beautiful for us. So we're going to wait for these guys. This is the general. We need to be very careful here. Perhaps we can send these guys to this side. The situation is getting very tense. I'm trying to disengage this general from here. We have the Gallic troops charging against our hoplites, and we're going to put down the phalanx, the pikes, the spears, whatever, and the phalanx push is going to begin. Let me just move this to the flank and this in here. At least we managed to turn these guys, but this general is doing a lot of problems here. We're going to bring these guys here. We have the general very close. Just bring this guy over here. I need to take control of this situation. All of these guys, for example, this one will be here. We are going to move both of these and start shooting at the general. And hopefully we're going to charge right now. Okay, we're doing pretty good. What about going and do pushback mode or fallback? Pushback mode. Let's push back, push in. So push in, I believe what this means is that these troops are going to start pushing the other troop to the front, right? That's what I believe. Oh, they are doing a lot of damage. Oh, there you go. We have a charge. At this point, we're basically experiencing the freaking chaos of combat. We are stuck in here with the general, with this Libyan spearman, which I don't like. And I would like to send these guys here and start shooting here. The things are working. Where is this general? Okay, what is happening here? These guys are trying to attack me here. So I will have to... There you go, Pyrrhic army wins. So we won. We won. This is the amount of percentage that we killed from them. So up to this point, you have seen how interesting this has become. And this is where I say this is completely different from Total War. This is a different beast. It's not the same thing. It's not behaving the same way. It's completely different. Now we're going to change this to a cautious AI, and we're going to go to the desert, and this time we're going to be the Polybian Romans, because we have already seen what has happened and how these things work a little bit. Now we're going to, I'm not going to do the same thing that I played very slow. I did it because for two reasons: for you to understand what is happening, and for us basically to understand what is happening, because for me it's as well a new experience. I haven't experienced this before, and I'm very, very grateful that you're still here enjoying with me Strategos, a very, very nice war game that I'm going to wishlist, and I really hope that you're going to do the same thing. And of course, you will subscribe to my channel in this very moment because you're enjoying this as much as I am. So let's go ahead and let's go to the cautious AI type in a desert lowlands. Still, we're going to not use close deployment. Just we're going to check a little bit of the troops that we have here. Now we have equites. We already know that the Romans use the equites, which are their cavalry. The Romans were aristocratic class cavalrymen drawn from the wealthier citizens of the Republic. So these are the cavalry. We have triarii, which are the most able warriors, the most prominent noblemen that are going to fight with the best equipment, the best of the best, the most elite of them. We have the principes, which are the guys that have seen blood, that have seen wars, that are going to be in the mid tier. This is the guys that are going to fight after the Hastatii, which is going to be some sort of a reserve if the situation is needed. And we have the young patriotic Romans, the Roman citizen, the normal soldier, the normal heavy infantry of the Romans. Now this is the Republican army. This is, as it says, the Polybian Roman army in the time of the maniples and triple aces, which we will have Hastatiae, Principes, and Triarii. Of course, we have the Velites that are going to be the guys that are going to show off their prowess in battle, and they're going to be very proud to show how many goals they can kill with their veles, with their javelins. And then that's it, Velites, more Velites in this. So this is what we're going to be doing. The same is going to be, we're going to be facing the same army against the Carthaginians this time. So let's start the battle. So how come this thing is now getting very, very interesting, isn't it? So now I'm not going to pause too much. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to make it flow, you know. We're going to make things flow, and we're going to be very happy to do that. So the Roman army here, and this is a more hilly terrain. Actually, this time they are cautious. This means that we will have to approach to them. So where are the? Okay, we have the Velites here, and we know that we have to put the Velites in here. Then we have we're going to do the triple aces, as what is called the triple aces. So we're going to put these guys like this. I like the sound of this. Then we're going to take the actual principes, more principes here, like this. There we go. Triple aces, and then the three REI, we're going to place them here. Actually here. Then we're going to place the general in one side, and actually let's see it's pretty nice. They have pretty good. Let's place it here. Yeah, if we place it here, everyone is going to be in contact with the orders. Where are the? Oh, there you go. There's no troops. I mean, there's no cavalry apart from the actual generals. Okay, let's start the battle, and they are cautious. This means that they are going to wait for us. And let's see, we didn't have the opportunity to see the actual hoplites here. These are the so-called Carthaginian sacred band. Look at the sacred band. They look very, very beautiful. I really like them. I really like the feet. The feet is so cute. Is so nice. It gives you this feeling of a small toy, of bootleg, as some of the viewers, some of you are going to say they look like bootleg. They look nice. They look nice. They look cute. They decided to move, but I think we're going to. I don't think they're going to be fool enough. Or wait, if they are moving, we're going to wait for them. Why not? And I don't understand a little bit why, but I remember that we ordered this thing to be cautious. Now you can see how the command and control, these guys are in control of these units here. So this is the way we're going to do. Actually, they are moving fast. So what I'm going to do is select all of them and order not to move fast. I think just these guys are going to move fast. There. There we go. So now we have more control. Over there, there you go. We're more packed. They're using this terrain to hit themselves in here. Let's have a look at the trees. Ooh, they look handsome and beautiful. I like the looks of this. I like the looks of this. sending a sneak attack here. Sadly, I don't know how to do the thing of group movement, because if I do this, look, I'm pretty sure I'm going to mess everything. There's no way I can see it. How to do the group movement, whatever it is. If someone knows, please let me know in the comments. I'm serious about this. There you go. This is the general. Okay, the music is pretty nice also, to be honest. Let's just spread these guys a little bit more, and we don't need we don't need couriers to do that. So they decide to march. Now we have a hill, right? Is this a hill? So they are going to, no, it's almost a hill, not too much, but this fractured, this is apparently a river that is dried out, something like that. I don't think it's a road, it's a river, right? Dried out river. We're in a coastline of the desert, something like that. Can we see the water? So apparently they decided to continue the march, but are they going to attack us? This is the most powerful unit that they have. This is actually the general. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move here, just slightly here. And the thing is that you want to think much more in terms of when and where and how are you going to move, because of the actual fact that your orders are not going to be heard, you know. So okay, let's move in groups here. So you go here, you go here, you go here, and I am doing it blindly because I don't know where these guys are going to land, you know, in terms of the actual place, because I don't know how to see the, actually if I go to the settings for the, where is it, manual combat log menu, I cannot get the key bindings. Okay, so let's bring this guy here. Are they advancing? Yeah, they are. Not so fast though. Okay, now we're very closed with one another. Okay, now these guys are not running. If I do this, they're going to move faster, didn't they? So we have the Velites, we have the Hastatii, beautiful shields with wolves. Here are the Triarii, strong Triarii, and the Principes, and the Equites as well. Okay. There we go. Are they moving at the end? I don't think so. Are they bugged? No, they're actually moving. But they don't look as if they are moving actually. Okay. What are they doing here? Yeah, they are moving. And there's the terrain as well, I think. The terrain is not doing anything. I think they can be like, if they it would be awesome to see the fact that if they move in mud, they would be stuck in the mud. How come these guys are moving but they're not at the same time? And the velocity is pretty normal, actually. I think they are bugged because of this thing. So we're going to present ourselves in that place. I'm really liking this. Really liking this. It's pretty nice. Okay, now they decided to charge against me, I think. So the legions are going to move here. Now you see how these guys don't have so much skirmishers, and that's the bad thing about the Romans. But they are very disciplined and very powerful in terms of their actual power to inflict damage. What is this? Hindered by unit overlap. That's another thing. Take into account that if you get the unit overlap, if the unit goes inside the other unit, then you're going to have hindrance because of the unit overlap. That's amazing. That's so cool. Okay, now again, let's bring these guys in front of them and let's start shooting at them. Just run, and the Velites is your time to show Rome who are the most prominent warriors here. Throw at them. Bad thing they are charging, but I'm going to concentrate fire on them. There we go. Yeah, of course they are running. There you go. Let's do this. Concentrate fire on these guys. They're trying to get my Velites in here. Send this guy here. Let's go. Tag them here. Tag them here. Okay, you can get the order here. Get themselves again into good order. Okay, let's do this. Okay, come here. Shoot at them. Are they willing to charge again? Yeah, we're going to go. Oh, they're not willing to do it. Do the Principes have the Pilum? I think they have the Pilum. Why didn't I have the Pilum here? Interesting. Isn't it that the or are they Hastarii that have the Pilum? Do they have javelins? Oh, they have. These guys have javelins as well. Why? Perhaps is because of this. Okay, now what's happening? Concentrate fire on that one. Concentrate fire on this one. Okay, what are they doing? This is a veteran unit. Restrain, it says. Why it is restrain? Okay. We're in a good position here. Yeah, we're in a good position. There you go. They are always trying to hit my guys here. Okay. They also throw javelins. These are... what are this? These are Iberian light cavalry. Okay, we routed those. That's amazing. Need to move here. Need to move here so we can continue shooting at this one. Now this one is fragmented. We're winning the actual. We're winning the skirmish battle, you know. And we haven't used any courier as of yet. I don't like the fact that these guys are being pelted down, but it's not too much to do. They are not doing too much damage actually. I think this thing is doing something. I'm not sure. Okay, let's concentrate fire here. What is this? Oh, they are sending now peltists. Well, actually, they are not peltists. They are North African javelin men. They routed one of my units here, but now they are dispersed. Dispersed means that they just we lost control of them. There's nothing we can do. Okay, actually I'm going to shoot at these guys here. You know what? I'm going to concentrate in here. I don't know if I need to be close to these guys in order to shoot, you know? To shoot the pilum. I think they have to be. Not sure. So a dispersed unit is going to run like this. There's nothing you can do. In Field of Glory, they just disappear beneath the ground. Yeah, I think they have to move forward. Okay, they are going to be hindered because of that. I'm not sure if they are going to be able to shoot at them. Could they be able to shoot at them? But I'm not liking the fact that we're losing the skirmishing situation here. Okay, let's concentrate here. Okay, are you throwing something to them or are you charging? Cavalry is charging against me, which is pretty interesting. Yes, they threw the javelins, the pilum. That's good. They threw the pilum. Now these guys are disordered because of the charge of these guys. So we're going to advance. Oh, there you go. There you go. They're going to throw the pilum. Are you going to throw the pilum or what? Okay, I just want to pull these guys in. I think it's enough. Are they going to throw the pilum? I'm asking here. Okay, do not lose the fact that we can fall back. Fall back. I think that's the order that you want to tell them. Okay, charging against me here, not a good idea. These are Poeni cavalry, which are pretty strong. What are these? Oh, these are the elite. I think I'm going to charge here. I don't care. Okay, still in control here, still in control, still in control. Why they don't charge? Charge against them? Already in combat? It's because of these guys. Okay, let me charge against these guys. It's good that they throw the pilum. There you go. Which one is fragmented? Mine? I don't get it. I'm going to try to flank it here. Still throwing shit against this one. What are they doing? Why they don't do something? They need to be closer. Okay. This guy is not able to charge against it. Perhaps if I do this, to throw line of sight, blocking line of sight, which unit? No, it's not. It doesn't have any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Charge. They are still going to pull back, even though. Let's do this. Okay, what are they doing? They're very aggressive right now. Okay, now this unit is disordered. This unit is still fragmented against this one. They're sending more troops. Okay, let's pull back. They are going to. Okay, they're going to give the. Yeah, they are giving their backs, which is not good. It's difficult to make them move again when you give the order. Still, we're losing one Hastatia here, which is not good. We're losing another Hastatia here. Really? Are these Principes? Yes, they are. These are Triarii. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm just going to charge against this one. Okay, we're losing this flank, which is not good. And they're not willing to attack me. Oh, they're advancing here. Oh, they're running away. Whoa, interesting. Okay, what's happening here? They are really into this situation, right? We have the Triarii here. No, come on, come on, come on. What are you doing? So now what? Okay, let's bring this guy here. I'm gonna move this one. I don't know what they are doing. They're running away. Are they running away? Okay, let's concentrate here. What is this? They are eating my velites there. These are Triarii that won't lose this battle. Trust me, they won't lose. They are capable of this and more. Okay, let's just do this. Can we just disengage here? Can we just disengage here, please? This guy is fragmented, and we're going to be ready to use these velites against this. At least we have a charge. These are Principes saving the day of the... There you go. Oh, they routed. They routed me. Are you kidding me? Everyone routed, even them. All of the troops routed for some reason. Okay, just bring these guys here. Actually, let's bring this guy here. So now what is happening? Okay. The general is regaining control, I think. Now they are willing to charge. Are they? Something is happening in here in this terrain. Oh, look at the devastation. Devastation, and I like the effects of the you see, of the sand effects. It looks so nice. There they go. They charged without any orders. There we go. Okay, our general regained its morale, its leadership here. At least we have the Principes that are still alive here. Okay, are we pulling back or something? Still charging against... I don't know if this is intelligent or not, but charging against Principes is not a good idea. Doing this is not a good idea as well. We still have our left flank here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Pretty interesting. We can start making the line here. Start doing the line here. These guys are not willing to hit any order that I'm trying to give them. So I'm going to move these guys. This is the battlefield. The battlefield looks so nice because there's no blood, there's no stuff like that, and it looks so beautiful, you see. It looks so nice. Ah, it looks so nice. So thank you for joining me in this experience here that we're experimenting in this channel with this amazing new title. Oh, what happened here? Oh, they're being pulled back. Okay, I'm just going to move this guy here. Just throw these guys here, and I think they're willing to attack me there. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to charge against these guys here. They are broken. That's very good. Okay, let's bring these guys back. What happened? Just broke them? Yeah, we did. And then we have the cavalry that is not hitting my orders. Okay, let's bring these guys here again to the front. So, are we moving here? Yes, I think. Bring this guy here. This one here. We have 3. This is the 4th. And the 5th here. And this is the calf. What are those? Those Gallic warriors. I think they are stuck in here. You see? They're stuck in here. That's so funny. Okay. I'm gonna break the guys that are disrupted here. Bring this guy here. Pretty good, pretty good. Doing an amazing job here. I just want to concentrate fire in this guy's here, to be honest. Actually. Now, the bad thing is that you are stuck with this only single line. Like, you cannot decrease the actual ranks. Okay? You cannot decrease the ranks. You cannot change the line formation. You're stuck with that. Okay, these guys are going to be just like a defending or pushback mode. I don't want them to run, so I think this is the best option that we have. Now, pushback mode, I think that's the mode that we don't want. I think it's do nothing. Okay, let's bring these guys here. Very close to one another, ready to fight. Let's try to bring these guys here. And our commander here. This is the one that was fighting, I think. I want to put them close. Oh, they're charging here. Let's do this. This one is already disordered. I think it's because he charged against the Triarii. They don't have any opportunity here. Good. Why are they turning here? Oh, they decided to attack these guys. Just place them here. They are routed. Can move them to the side. This is the commander. If the commander routes, we're good to go. There you go. We can fall back. Just stay where you are. Stay where you are. What are you doing? I said this. Okay, these guys are routing, which is pretty beautiful. I think I'm going to attack them. They are recoiling. Ooh, what is this? Yeah, this is something that I was not expecting. So I will have to turn. Hopefully we're going to take these javelin men in here. There we go. I think we're winning. Just going to turn in here. So we're going to encircle him. Let's see the action. There we go. So we won. I'm just going to give you in my perspective. This game, as you can see, has managed to caught my attention, has managed to bring me a lot of joy when doing the tactical situation, because it has a very slow paced, exactly what I like. So don't forget to subscribe, guys, and don't forget to wishlist this game. Have a very nice moment and always enjoy whatever you do. This was Victor. See you in the next one.